Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And nothing doing on his first run. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. And here now a look at the Dolphins' offensive unit.
Let's take a look at tight end Austin Seferian-Jenkins, or ASJ as his friends and all announcers like to call him because it's a whole lot easier. Second tight end drafted in 2014, but production was really lacking until 2017 with the New York Jets. Had 50 catches, which was more in his 2+ combined years with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
And now running right through it. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. The numbers for Zeke from last week. 21 carries, 111 for yards, and a touchdown.
So, partner, 2 games worth, he's leading the league in rushing, so he's now trending. Is that what they talk about nowadays? You talk about trending? That's what he's doing. He'd like to continue it here in this game.
They go play action here on first down. He's got a man open. It's Cameron Meredith. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. And early on, they're picking up right where they left off last week.
And I know a lot of coaches say each game is its own. You don't really have carryover. This feels like carryover. So much confidence from the previous game that they're using to their advantage now.
And he'll take this one down to about the 40. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Throw right side, complete to Williams. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well. Let's make this one simple. What a catch. Especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Giovanni Bernard, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Dolphins take it right down and score on the opening drive. That's just a solid, methodical drive to start this game.
And how about how it culminated? Doing exactly what they wanted to do, getting the ball downfield, and then running it into the end zone. I'm just telling you, partner, when you run it in rather than throw it in, that hurts a defense psychologically a heck of a lot more.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here comes the Raider offense now onto the field. They'll have Lamar Jackson calling the shots, the former Heisman Trophy winner from Louisville.
And what I loved about meeting with him before the game was talking to a guy who takes ownership of his performance. 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions last week, but all he focused on was the loss. Okay, and he did say, if I change my stats a little bit, not necessarily for me to look better, but that'll help my team.
A first carry for a Miami native. This is Dalvin Cook. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
On 2nd down, Cook. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders have Having a first down as well. Of course, last year, you think about Dalvin Cook's injury in Week 4 with a torn ACL, just hoping that he can stay healthy in 2018.
And if so, we'll see plenty of runs that will be big time in 2018. Because in 2017, he took over the starting running back job as a rookie and was off to a terrific start. In fact, if you ask people in the Minnesota Vikings organization, they were giddy at the fact that they were able to get him outside of the first round and plug him into the lineup. They expect him to be big time in this season.
Tackle made by Brian Orakpo.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Detroit!
And now Jackson will look to throw it. And Bryant's got it over the middle. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
The last play on the completion got him half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. Jackson from the shotgun. And this one caught by Max Williams. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks. 1 quarter down. 7-0 is our score. EA Sports NFL Sunday returns following this. Ready to go now in the 2nd quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Raiders in possession of the football. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. To throw is Jackson. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. From midfield now, here's Jackson. Looking left side, that's caught by Macklin. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They'll wind up getting 10 back there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and 5.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Now Jackson, flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
On 3rd down, he obviously wants to throw the football, but there's nowhere to go with it, so he takes off and goes. And nowadays, to get to the 1st down marker, he blows right past it and picks up big yardage. Partner, that's a great bit of improvisation.
1st down, here's the run with Cook. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 11 more on that one, and another 1st down.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up 1st downs.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 2nd down, here's Jackson. It fights him off. Step, touchdown, Raiders. So a quarterback scramble, certainly a pass play, but he saw something, tucked it, and got in the end zone.
A lot of quarterbacks, when they scramble, they're scrambling to create more time to throw the ball downfield. In this situation, as you noted, he tucked it and took off. Great play by him.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Dolphins getting set to go here. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. It gets by him, and now a little daylight. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 2 minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. We'll come back to Miami after this. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Now Breeze throwing on 2nd down. And the Raiders have got him. Von Miller in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. The number 2 pick back in 2011, Von Miller still doing his thing.
Boy, is he ever. If I were an offensive tackle, I don't know what I would do. I would tell the tight end he's got to stay in on all passing situations and help me out because he's got every move imaginable. One of the quickest guys off the ball in the league, and he's going to get to the quarterback.
On 3rd and long, it's Breeze. And the pressure gets to him again. Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. The defense, they got a little bit of a breather. Now they're back and set as we resume play. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. Back deep, Bruce Ellington. And it's fielded at the 34. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Raiders will have a short field to work with as they take over. Meanwhile, taking a look at what's going on in KC. And the 49ers are out to the early lead. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. Quick slant, that's caught by the veteran Macklin. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. A Raider 1st down, 17 yards.
Gone, 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 gone. All right, now, look at 56. Look it.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And complete, right side to Cook. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
All right, now, look at 56. Look at 56.
From the gun, Jackson eluding the pressure right. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the gun, Jackson. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Max Williams in the final seconds of the first half. And the Raiders are able to cash in for 6. So they're able to break the tie just before halftime. Now they just don't want anything crazy to happen on the ensuing kickoff.
Yeah, they want to just add the extra point, get the kickoff taken care of, and get to the locker room with the lead that they fought so hard to get.
Gold now out to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Elliott, and he stopped immediately there. They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Raiders out in front as we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks. And welcome in everybody to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Time for a look around the NFL here in Week 3 of the new year. We'll begin with 2 teams who met for the AFC title as recently as January 2013. Denver hosts Baltimore at Mile High, and those two are tied up as they play the second quarter. From there, it's over to our nation's capital to check on the Redskins at home at FedEx Field. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Packers. 2 touchdown passes there for Jimmy Garoppolo. Finally, let's get right to the center of the U.S. map and check in on the Chiefs at home in Kansas City. And they trail in that one as it's the visiting 49ers who are out in front. Russell Wilson with...
And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done.
And he lost the football, but I think the Raiders are going to be able to hold on to it, yes.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. From the gun on third down, Jackson. He completes it to Bryant. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure.
Face mask. Defense.
So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
First down.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they're marching off another 15 against your squad.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Cook following the penalty. And a short gain down to about the 33. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Flushed out right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Dalvin Cook is running back, the intended target, and it's third down.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
And he comes back with one complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give them 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and they picked up a first down for them, too.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
Bet you're going to tell me. Good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. The Raiders on third down. No problems to this point. A perfect 5 for 5. Here it's 3rd and 2. Jackson operating from the gun. A bullet throw, but incomplete. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. He may try and run for this. Well, certainly not how they drew it up. A 4th down gamble turns into a 4th down scramble, but all is well. 1st down.
Obviously, a big play was needed, and you can see his eyes light up as he realized there's absolutely no one in front of him. And he takes off and goes a long way. Not only does he pick up a 1st down, but a big gain to boot.
They'll run with Cook. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders add on to their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
A 10-play drive that time. And it's capped off by the touchdown run coming from Dalvin Cook. This one taken from the 7. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams sprint to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
We'll see what they have up their sleeve.
Ready! We're waiting!
Breeze to throw on 2nd down. Over the middle, that's caught by Meredith. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
A 1st down carry by Elliott. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's the linebacker, Manti Te'o, on the stop.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
They go to Elliott again. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Into the red zone, it's Breeze. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock Dalvin away and bring up second down.
This is Elliott. Shreds the tackle. He will push his way down to about the 14. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
A nice run leaves them just inches from a first. Could they possibly be tempted to try this on fourth and about a foot? Well, look at the clock. You're down 2 scores. Have to go for this, don't you?
And they thought that as soon as they took over possession. It didn't matter where they were on the field. They were always going to be in 4-down territory. Backed up, in good situation, it didn't matter. So they've been preparing for that on their play sheet the entire time.
The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
4th and inches, does he get the first? You bet he does. He knows exactly where he needs to be, and he's going to fight his way forward to get a couple of yards and ensure he keeps the chains moving.
And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Giovanni Bernard with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Dolphins able to get this back within a touchdown.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed. But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
And now Oakland ready to take the field. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you've got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They run the counter with Cook. And he'll get this out past the 45 to the 47. Give him 4 yards on the play, and that will lead us into the 2-minute warning. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They run it again with Cook. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Now Jackson, rolling to his right. He can run for it, and he will. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
Well, he strung it out as far as he could, and I like the fact that he kept his eyes downfield, but he finally ran out of time and room. But I'll take that over forcing it downfield and possibly having it intercepted.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. 4th down. Here's Jackson. It's hauled in by Ellington. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. Now the Dolphins are going to take another timeout here. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. Flush to his right. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
A give. This is Cook. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They run again on 1st down. Cook. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Hurry up, here we go! Blue 90! Blue 90!
Jackson to throw. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Macklin. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. They've got another 1st down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now. Here's Jackson. Caught left side, Williams. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam
Here we
going.
go! Green 39! Green!
Throwing now is Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. Here's Jackson to throw. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. It's a gain of 7, and that should just about do it. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. It's complete on the bubble screen. That's Hodges. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. Again, Jackson. He shakes it off. Flushed out right. Escape, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. 1st and 2nd down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big. Throwing is Jackson. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the veteran Antoine Buffet. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line. That's an experienced DB picking off a rookie, and you know sometimes those experienced DBs, they love going against the young pups, don't they?
And I go back to the offseason, had a quick conversation with him about, hey, when you play younger quarterbacks, what's it like for you? And he says it's like being a boxer. I give him a lot of different angles, a lot of different looks.
And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Sam Shields. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here, coming down really to that last pass play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones. But at the end of the game, when you analyze it, 3, 4, 5 plays are going to be the ones you focus on. And that last play was one of them. The last shot had to take it, and they came up with the interception and sealed their victory.
So for Oakland, they get back in the win column as they move to 2-1 now on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, for Miami, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Foxborough to face off against the New England Patriots. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
I sound